a winner already, one of the top points getters so far, Christopher Bell.
Hold on, did you say that right? I thought it was C-Bell.
C-Bell, Christopher Bell, whatever. Give him a big round of applause, man. Good to see him.
Well, my friend, Johnny's exactly right. You know, it's a dream to start out a season as hot as you've been. What's it, like 8 top 10s and 14 races? You've already won at Bristol on the dirt. Tell us, are you happy with the start of your year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been up and down. And, you know, I feel like we've been really fast, but there's just a couple things that keep us from leading laps and competing for more wins. So Bristol was an amazing race, man. That track got super slick. It was a lot of fun to run right up there by the wall. Glad I was able to win that one, but I feel like we've left a lot of wins out on the table. So this weekend, I feel like we've got another car that is capable of winning. If we just do our job and execute today, I think we'll have a shot at it.
Christopher, so much has to come together to win a race. Everything has to go exactly right. And they say you can't really win a race if you have any enemies out on the racetrack. But I think a lot of guys, though, almost the entire field is right now, becoming enemies. What is your feeling on the way the races are going down these days? Is it getting too rough? Or do you like the aggressiveness that a lot of the drivers are showing?
Well, let's ask the crowd. How are these cup races nowadays? I mean, that answers it right there, man. This is by far the most aggressive the Cup Series has been. For myself, it's been crazy. I've only been in the sport a number of years now, but even from my first year in 2020 to where we are today, like it just keeps getting ramped up more and more and more. And the aggression level is just at a peak right now. It's amazing.
So when you're running these races and that caution comes out with 5 to go, right?
That you know is coming.
But
that you
yeah.
know is coming.
So my question to Christopher Bell is this. 5 to go, Christopher's leading the race, and you're gear banging, you're going into one. Are you tensing up because you think you're going to hit, or will you be surprised if you're not hit?
I think it's gotten to the point to where it's like you're just expecting it, right? And you got to prepare yourself that. So normally, for example, on a race,
you're expecting to get taken out.
Yeah, and nowadays, yes. So normally here, Kenny, you would probably want to restart on the top, right? The top is probably going to be the preferred group. But if you get down to the end of the race, you're like, you know what? I don't want this guy starting to my left side because he's just going to wipe me out. So be the bowling ball or be the pin, one or the other, baby.
And that's the way, I mean, this is a change in racing philosophy. It used to be fastest car wins. Dale Sr.'s going to hit Rusty in the left rear moving up the track. But you're telling me you all are expecting to be wiped out?
You know why it is, Kenny?
Tell me why.
It is the next-gen car. It has completely changed the name of the game in the Cup Series. So before, with the old car, you had these aluminum bodies that were like, or steel bodies, I guess, that were just massaged on, and every tweak and every curve on that thing was to create downforce. And if you touched the wall or touched another car, that thing just folded in. And more than likely, you're going to get a tire rub and have to come down pit road. But now with these next-gen cars, man, we're driving tanks. So it's just out there, everyone for themselves.
German tank.
Taxi cabs. Christopher, this was a great race last year. The competition on the racetrack was fantastic. What do you think it's going to be like this time around with one of these races under you competitors' belts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to even be better. You know, last year, whenever we came here, nobody had any idea what to expect. And fortunately, I got to run one of the truck races, or 2 of the truck races, in 2016 and 2017 on the old pavement. And then they repaved it, and everyone was expecting this single-file racetrack where you couldn't pass. And last year, we even started moving around a little bit at the end of the race. So yesterday in practice, man, I was running the 3rd, 4th lane. So I think we're going to get the top going, and we'll be able to pass a lot easier today than we did last year.
It would be wrong if I did not ask you. So I hear all the race teams down south in Charlotte, North Carolina, when you all went back home last year after this race, all the teams were like, they're telling me, they said, Herman, we want you to know that all of your teams were over the top because St. Louis was over the top. Can you feel the energy because this place is so happy to have a cup race?
Dude, it's incredible. You know, going week in and week out to all the different racetracks across the schedule, they become pretty similar.
Mundane.
Right? Yeah, mundane. That's a good word. And then we come here to St. Louis, and it's, what, 9:30 in the morning? We got all this going on. This is not normal. This is not normal. So thank you guys for coming out, and I promise you we're going to put on a hell of a show.
Back to the show for us. Chris, we talked about how difficult it is just to win one race. What has to come together? How difficult, not to say it's ever been easy, but how difficult do you feel like this championship is going to be to win this year?
Yeah, I mean, the championship is just such a toss-up. You know, the way the format works, you just have to have great 3-race stretches. And then after those 3 races, if you're fortunate enough to make it to the next round, it all resets. So, with that being said, you know, you can afford to have a bad race if it's timed properly, where you can, you know, win another one of the 2 or whatever. But you just never know. So, you know, the playoff picture is forming today. You know, we see William Byron has a ton of playoff points, and those are really going to help him going into the postseason.
So, one of the more controversial things that we hear, we don't know if it's true or not, but, you know, we watch Alex Bowman get in a sprint car, hurt himself, flip. Now, Wednesday night, about 10 minutes from here, Kyle Larson jumps in a winged sprint car, wins $32,000, 10 minutes from here. I have not seen you race in any dirt the way that I like to see you race dirt. So, tell us all, give us the inside scoop, why are you not racing any dirt?
Why you gotta put me on the spot? Well, I can promise you that if we have any fans from here in St. Louis out there, they've probably seen me on a dirt track somewhere around here.
I think it's safe to say that Coach won't let him take that chance because he's a diamond in the rough. So with that being said, who wants him to run dirt? Who wants him to not run dirt?
The jury has spoken.
Yes. Where's Coach Joe Gibbs? Let me get my phone out, Coach.
Please don't listen to this coach.
Well, Christopher, I want to thank you for coming by, man. Keep up the good work, guys. He's off to a fantastic start. And championship caliber team, championship caliber driver. Wish you all the best, man.
Thank you, St. Louis.
Christopher Bell, I'm going to tell you what, I watched Christopher lead that race at Bristol, and I thought certainly he's going to run into the wall. He's going to mess this up. And he never did. But I got to tell you the difference between the great ones and the good ones, he's great. The good ones will hit the wall the last 5 laps. He's made nerves of steel, man. He can get it done. So Christopher Bell, one of the best in the United States, and excited to have him up here.